Namaste and welcome to the Success Sutras mini course. Over the next 4 sessions, what we are going to be doing is learn some simple concepts and a lot of hacks, some things which will propel you on the path to success. And if you are already on that path, it will catapult you on great heights of success. However, it is important to note at the very onset that these hacks are not what are going to take you forward. It is the mindset shifts that we are going to be incorporating over the course of next 4 sessions that will actually leave a lasting legacy of its own, leave a lasting impact not just on your own lives but the lives of everyone with whom you share this video and the ones who actually apply it in their lives. So first things first, no nonsense course, just simple concepts to be imbibed and applied in life, and a few hacks over the course of these next 4 sessions that will see you through. See you through for what? For massive success. And what is the criteria of a massive success? Well, that's something that I leave to your discretion, because success, after all, is purely subjective. So the only rule for this entire quest is that no excuses. Every day you have to attend the session, no excuses. Every day you have to go through the supplementary material, if not the same day, maybe the next day or the next day, but you have to go through the supplementary material, no excuses. Every day you have to see how you can apply the tools and concepts that we have discussed in today's session and make it a part of your life, no excuses. It's not a one size fit all prescription that I'll be giving. There will be many things that you would not feel like comfortable with, some things that you just might want to skip or run away from, some things which will click for everyone regardless of who they are, and many which might not even be applicable to your life situations. The point I am driving home is that you just simply listen to everything that we are discussing here and then see what works for you. However, you have to give everything a shot, give everything a chance at least. No excuses. They say there's no shortcut to any place worth going. They also tell us success is not a destination, it's a journey. However, don't you think we can definitely fast track our progress, isn't it? And that's why we are all here for. So, the only bottom line is that no excuses. Let's see what we can make out of these 4 sessions. Let's see how many concepts we can imbibe and apply. Let's see how many hacks work for us and which we can incorporate for the rest of our lives. The bottom line is a man is what he thinks he is. And this session, developing growth mindset, is all geared towards first fixing this one, fixing what lies in between the 2 ears. Yes, you heard it right. Fixing what lies in between your 2 ears. I'm talking about the brain. I'm talking more so about the mindset. You see, a man is product of his thinking, and his thinking is based on his past conditioning and habits. So essentially, if you change the habits, the entire man can be transformed. How? Let's look at it. It's imperative for us at the very onset to realize that a man is not entirely what he thinks he is. You are not entirely what you think you are. Yes, a lot of it is based on the fact of your beliefs and assumptions and preconceptions and misconceptions, whatever. But it is not entirely your making. When that is the case, don't you think we should first and foremost enhance our emotional quotient? And why do I say that? Because no matter what life throws at us, it's upon us to ensure that we make the best out of it. Whatever the situation, whatever the circumstances, whatever our conditions and conditioning, what will be our next step is something that is entirely dependent on how we think, and how we think and how we feel are interconnected. In fact, emotions are just the juicier part of your thought process, right? This is precisely the reason I told you to enhance your emotional quotient. By emotional quotient, there are a lot of meanings and repercussions in everyone's minds, but what I am going to here suggest is just work on these three things. Number one, resilience. No matter what comes in life, we will face it, we'll take it head on, we'll do a head on collision with whatever comes in our life. This is resilience in very basic layman terms. Number two, equanimity. Whatever the situation, good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant, it's important you enjoy the good ones. It's also important that you act accordingly for the not so good situations. But internally, it is essential to remain calm, cool, and composed. And this is precisely what I mean by saying you need to be equanimous. And number three, something that is most neglected, use your common sense. You see, common sense is a rare sense. Yes, I know that. Yes, I know common sense is not so common. But if we really are present in a situation with full awareness, you'll see automatically the innate intelligence that a human being is born with takes over. Once that takes over, situations and circumstances become quite easy to handle. प्रद्युम्न वो सब तो ठीक है, but tell me where to begin. What do I need to do? Just tell me that. First and foremost, develop a desire for change. You see, this desire is the foundation stone on which the entire transformation that you are aiming for is based on. This is the fundamental foundational stone of your life of dreams, of your transformation. So it's important you develop this desire from within. If you really think you are perfect, just close this video and enjoy your life. But if you think you are not, and even I am not, I am just a work in progress like you all are, then it's important to develop this desire for change, for transformation. And then let's see how far we can go. Okay, Pradyumna, this is done. Now, what next to do? सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग? So number two is just forget about what people are saying. Just forget about people's opinions. Most of the time, it is just negative blabbering, nothing else. So it's important you take care of your own mental and emotional health. Don't fall into the trap of what others will think, and do what really matters to you. Something that you are really passionate about, something that you really want to do. Win or loss, success or failure, that's a consequence of so many other factors. But internally, at least, you should be driven enough that you are going on the right path. You are going to do it no matter what. Don't take people too seriously. You see, the day you really want to change, you will. Until then, you will just keep on asking people for feedbacks, for their success stories, what I could do, what I could have done in the past, now what else, daydreaming, blabbering, bullshit. That's all you'll be doing. My guru always says, success doesn't come to you because you desire it. Success doesn't come to you because you dream of success. Success comes to you because you do the right things. And let me tell you, the right things to be done are often not the easiest. So there's a myth in the society, failure is bad. Failure is very bad. My explanation is, failure is your friend. What, Pradyumna? Have you lost your brains or what? Yes, you heard it right. Failure is not bad. That's just a myth that has been sold in the market. The reality is, failure is your friend. And why do I say that? Because it is failure that actually supports your personal evolution. It is failure that actually creates an environment of sustainable success. It is actually failure that gives you that internal drive and self inspired motivation to just go out there and express yourself as best as you can. And then, as a consequence, earn success. So, the third thing to be done, and rather, which is something to be imbibed and applied in life, is that try and fail, but don't fail to try. It's as simple as that. But it's simpler said than done. It's simpler said than applied in life. So remember, it's better to try and fail rather than failing without trying. In fact, as a major learning for today, let me discuss this concept of the failure paradox. Yes, you heard it right. Today's concept is called the failure paradox. So, what is this failure paradox? You see, our failures often water the seeds of our success. The more we try and fail, the more we evolve and learn. The more we evolve, the more are our chances of growth and success. Author of the famous Harry Potter series, rather, author of the now famous Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling, was rejected by 12 publishing houses. Do you know that? And the rest is history. So don't be afraid to put out yourself there. The world always favors the brave. As they say, fortune favors the brave. Now, as a supplementary add on to what we have discussed today, there might be many fundamental questions arising in your mind. There might even be a few existential questions that you all might be facing. And it has nothing to do with what I have discussed. It might also be a result or consequence of whatever you have been going through. All said and done, the supplementary material for today will incorporate things like how you should aim for self mastery, what are some of the hacks that you might be using just on the start of your journey to end procrastination. How do you actually get rid of your self doubt, and so on and so forth. So, what I recommend you is to go in the description below this video and watch this quantum success series fully. It's just around 25-30 minutes of your time, but it will give you nuggets of wisdom, some valuable insights on how you can take it forward. See, let me be very frank and honest. I'm here to be a teacher, not to be in any sort of personal relationship. If you have personalized queries that will require customized solutions and personal attention, there are other ways to approach and consult. But for generic questions, for things which are likely to work for a larger group of people, this course and the supplementary material provided herewith is more than sufficient. So I hope you don't have any such expectations out of the teacher that he'll be able to devote time extraordinarily for you all and your problems and their solutions. It's my humble request. Let's not have any such expectation which will deter the relationship of a teacher student. And at the same time, let me be very clear and honest. I'm here to be a teacher. I am no guru. I am also a work in progress. I'm just sharing all this with you because most of the things that I'm sharing here are things or impediments on my path to success that I have crossed. So it's just like a helping hand reaching out to you, nothing else. I'm also a work in progress. I am no ideal. Yes, I do have a lot of ideals, but you need to understand this is a capsule course, a very micro arranged, powerfully packed course which will help you propel on the path to success. This will give you the nuggets of wisdom, this will give you the actionable insights, this will give you certain hacks, this will provide you with insights for life. But it will all work for you if and only if you are ready to work for yourself. So, as I said in the beginning, no excuses. Let's dive into it. Let's see what we can take out of these 4 sessions. After all, if not anything else, you would have listened to some important pieces of information which you might pass on to fellow men, colleagues, friends, family people to show off or brag about your knowledge and your wisdom. So, what is it that we learned today? We discussed no excuses whatsoever. We discussed that you need to first develop that desire for change to happen in life. Without that desire, nothing is permanent. And without permanence, let me be very frank and honest, nothing's going to last. You see, anything done long enough leads to a state of permanence. This permanence builds subconscious habits, and subconscious habits in turn will lead us to success if you are disciplined enough to make use of those habits. So it's important we not just develop this desire, but also develop this desire free of the societal garbage, free of what other people will think about it, free of what the peer pressure is, free of whatever nonsense people have been telling you. Because anybody who wanted everybody around them to be happy eventually ended up being unhappy himself. I'll repeat, anybody who wanted everyone around them to be happy eventually turned out that they themselves were unhappy. So you can't please everyone. You should not be a people pleaser for that matter. सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. And number three, what we learned today was that it's a myth that failure is your enemy. It is not. Failure is your friend. Failures are not bad. They are good. They are the stepping stones to success. Success is your ability to bounce back from failures and ultimately become what you wanted to be. Then we discussed about the failure paradox, and I told you about the supplementary material that you should be going through today. No excuses. So this is Dr. Pradyumna Singh signing off for day one. Today we tried to see what all we can do as small actionable steps to develop growth mindset. No excuses, not being a people pleaser most of the times, developing the desire for change, for growth, for self mastery, and most importantly, seeing things in the right perspective. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is not bad. Failure is your friend. It helps you achieve most and more. If you like the video, don't forget to share it with friends, subscribe to the channel, and like the video. Comment on what was your biggest takeaway from today's session.